from It's Miss Television. This is your boy MC Licky Licky. We're coming you to today's edition of Timeout with Licky Licky. And today we are going to be talking about something that's very interesting as school is about to resume and students are preparing to come back to their hostels. Well, when I was an undergraduate, there's something that we used to do. I had a very good roommate. We never quarreled, but people that were living just beside us, used to have issues. Okay, yes. So now, what we are discussing today is things that likely cause disaffection or problem or quarrel between two roommates. The students they don't normally stay alone in their lodges. Okay, they normally have what they call roommates. And most times, if you get someone who does not understand you, someone who's not in the same frame of mind with you, you people will always be quarreling and be having issues. So today, what are those things that we noticed that used to cause quarrel? Yes, the first one on our list today is you don't used to open door for me when I come back. Especially, you have some people who are night trawlers. And if you are somebody who used to sleep early so that you can wake up in the night and read, it becomes a problem. When the person comes back and you have locked the door, hey, the person will rake, What if you are somebody that used to go for night class and they used to come back very early so they will bath and take their bath and then go back to school, and you come back, your roommate is still sleeping, what will you do? You will knock and wake the whole people in the lodge, and that's not healthy. Number two thing that used to cause quarrel is that if you have a roommate that used to snore, especially those fatty bobom, those people that are very fat and obese, they used to use their breath to play bass and bass drum. If they are sleeping in the same room with you, it'll be that kind of thing. So that one used to cause quarrel too. What will you do if you have a roommate like that? Number three thing is that when your roommate begins to notice that you're becoming too familiar with his friends, you would think that you have started doing amebo with them, especially if your roommate used to bring female friends, female classmates or friends to the lodge, and you are now becoming too close to them. Hey, quarrel can start from there. Someone can say this one. Do you know what he said to me the other day? Can you imagine? So this is what he used to do. Quarrel will start from there. Another thing is that that time, I think this one used to happen in our house that time, in our lodge. If we cook, people will congregate and we'll be eating it in the pot. And some people will be complaining, why won't you allow the food to get cold? We know that you have freezer in your tongue. Your tongue is the same thing as freezer. Let the food get cold before we start eating it. For where? Some people will just start eating the food immediately it's landing from fire. Hey! They will just marshal out their spoons. You wouldn't even know that they came around with spoons. And then the quarrel with food will start. Another thing is that when a roommate will need money urgently to sort out something and you don't lend to your roommate, hey, you don't used to lend me money, I can't go, I can't that, you will pretend as if you don't have, every time. When will you even have money? You see? Then another thing is that those people, if you have a roommate that is not very inclined and believe in going to church and fellowship and all those spiritual matters, hey, wahala don't start. If you are the type that used to go to church too much every time, prayer, prayer, worship, hey, and your roommate is the person type that like blues and me, I want to go to, hey, you will now have a very big problem. You see? So when choosing your roommate, you have to be very Careful. Then another thing that used to cause quarrel at that time is that if you travel home, maybe after the first month of resumption, and you didn't bring food stuff, hey, what are you expecting? Why did you come home? You should have stayed where you went to. Don't come back. How can you travel and come back and you wouldn't bring food stuff? Don't you know what we are doing here? Yeah, you know that used to cause quarrel too, especially if you are guys, you know they don't play with that kind of thing. Like I travel, you don't bring food stuff. Like are you on a load? Then the next thing is that when you know what they used to do, sometimes your roommate will not come have visitors. Yeah, especially if it is you know what they call the one that has emotional attachment to. Hey, and you are still sitting in the room. You don't want to get out from the room and allow them to sit down and talk and do whatever talk and do whatever it is they want to do. It will cause a quarrel. So when choosing your roommate, you should know the kind of person you will choose, so that if the person has an August visitor, you know what will happen now. Say, why are you still sitting there, idiot, my friend? Get away. So the final thing that we identify today is that if your roommate is studying the same course with you, and during exam you are sitting together and you are doing as if you are too serious, you're not telling your roommate, hey, if you finish that paper, better go home from the hall. Because the kind of nagging that you will get, hey, you have done it alone, Abi, so I'm the one that will come and fail. You know, those are the things I used to cause quarrel at that time. I don't know about this time. So now, how do we solve these problems, these things that likely cause challenges to students who are staying together in the same room? The first thing we said is, please learn how to be tolerant. Okay, yes, learn how to tolerate people even when they get on your nerves. Please learn how to manage people. People management is very, very key in interpersonal relationships. Please, don't be swift in reacting to whatever that is done to you. Learn to soft pedal. Learn to manage your emotions. Yes, the second thing is that they say respect is reciprocal. Please learn how to respect your roommate. You know, you people always pay the same amount of money now. Yes, you know, they half the money, as we used to call it. They say half the money now, half the price. You know, you will share the money into two. The person will bring exactly the same amount that you are bringing. You see, so we have to respect each other. Then the next one is that please be someone who, you know, will add value. Don't be somebody who is a parasite. You always want to get. It's not good. Find out how you would, you know, make the other party to be of, who to benefit from you as well. You know, don't you always want to gain every time you will gain. The next one is please. You know, we are human beings. Understand that the other person is not a perfect person. If the person says sorry, you know, all these things, when your anger comes down and the person will come down and say apologize, you have to, you know, learn how not to keep grudges and malice. You know, that's the things that we have identified. Now, this program was brought to you by It's Smooth Enterprises. You know what we do? Yes, we are into training and we are into facility management and all the things. You can reach us on 0806235 8606, and then we would like to appreciate our number one partner here, Casey William Apparels. Anything kind of clothing that you need, yes, you can reach Casey Williams on 08036641686. Until I come your way again, this is your boy, MC Licky Licky. They call me Ugochukwu for him.